This week in 3D Archery, it's the final week of the indoor season. Do my last shoot, do a review of the year.
All right, everybody, here we are. Final one. This is at Gotham Archers in Baton Rouge. I'm shooting next to Jesse over here, a good longbow shooter, and this young lady right here, barebow shooter. So we actually had some semi-trad and trad people there. You can see my warm-up, one bad shot, all the rest of the yellow, so I was feeling good. Working on my form, I know what I got to do, but can we do it? And not bad. Seen a little bit of collapse, so that's why it went to the right, so I shot a 7. You know, and this is big because I put 3 really good ones, and now the pressure's on because I have a habit of putting a bad one after a good one, and that's in my head right now. So there's my draw. I'm focusing on what is important. Pull back. And an 8. All right, 15. See the girl next to me? You get her eye roll there, but I love how when she shoots, her bow comes back and taps her in the head. I'm so jealous of it. And I tell her that later on. All right, so I'm at a 15 the first end, breathing out, relaxing, going, look, you got this, dummy. You can do this. All right. Oh, there you go, a 10, and it barely clipped it. So I at 25. That's how I wanted to start the day. Nice, simple shots. And 2 standing at a 15. All right, let's see how we do on this one. You know, one of the things I had a hard time with is being left-handed, me and this girl hitting bows and slapping each other, trying to find a nice way to knock an arrow. There's all different ways, but with my quiver, my whole setup, it can get rough. Decent looking target so far. That 1.5 is just driving me crazy. But thank God it was practice. All right, got an 8. You know, and that's the thing I got to tell myself. We want to shoot yellows all the time. And you get an 8. And you get down on yourself. I'm like, no, 8's good. 8's a good shot, dummy. That's what I'm telling myself right here. All right, I try to get a good lock, make sure my shoulders, right there, aligning shoulders. And look how I came back a little bit. I got to watch that. And there it is. And look, that's why. I had my shoulder alignment, and I relaxed it, and I couldn't get it back, and I shot a 6. All right? I'm telling you, the big thing I found in doing this so far, one of my takeaways, has been shoulder alignment. Here it is. See, that's me trying to get shoulder alignment. I know it when I feel it. Yes, 2 side by side, and that's what I'll take. I like that. I like tight groups. So it's a 16-22. I'm down by 3 at the end of the second. See if we can pick it up in the third end. All right, round 3, not bad. I'm standing at a 47 out of 60. I'm already down 13 points from a perfect 300, so that's out the window. All right, so let's watch these shoulders. That's the big one. And I noticed when my shoulders are in line, that's why I collapse, and my collapse leads to a pluck and things like that. So you'll see me trying to get it. I can get the feeling, that good alignment right there. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, a 9. See, beautiful. Nice alignment. I watch other people, and I'm telling you, they don't have that alignment. That's something I think us trad archers miss, is it's just not a good bone-on-bone alignment. All right, here I am. I'm also right there. You see, I'm fidgeting with my draw because I'm trying to get the pressure out of my hand. Trying to not use my hand. Oh, that's what I like. See, that's what I like. Now it's in my head, so you know I'm going to blow it. But look at that, 2 side by side. I like consistency because that tells me I'm doing everything the same way. That's big. All right. And you see me blinking in my eyes. It tells me I'm thinking. All right, looks like good alignment. Let's see what happens. Oh, yeah. Little collapse. Not much, but more of a pluck. All right. And a 6. So now I'm at a 24. I'm supposed to be at 90, but I'm at a 71. And you know what? That ain't bad. I have to keep telling myself that. Yeah, bring binos because my vision's so bad, I can't really see what's where on the target. All right, everybody, round 4. I moved the target down because some of the compound, these two girls are really great. I shot with the girl in the red multiple times. I've shot with the other one. They're good girls. You know what? Get them on YouTube. Trying to get everybody's, some exposure. All right, here we go. Let's see. Oh, nice one, just outside the 10. I know I got it now. I know what to do. I know I got to figure it out. But I'm telling this girl right now how much I love her for. I'm just so jealous. I know I got to figure it out. I know I can do this. Now I just got to relax and work it. All right. Get that tension out of the hand. Don't pull with the hand. Rotate the scapula. 8, not bad. I'll take that. I'm at a 17. Telling myself 17. Okay, well, if I get a 10, I'll be at a 27. I get a 9, I'll be at a 26. I'm just running the numbers through my head. It's just naturally what I do. People tell you not to do it. Well, I can't. Oh, I see what I didn't do there. I didn't do my angular draw. Yep. And that's why I pulled with my hand and I went high. That was a good lesson right there. All right. So a 6. That puts me at a 23. I'm at a 94 right now, which is not bad at all. All right, everybody, after 4 ends, I'm at a 94, doing good. 25, 22, 24, 23. I am telling myself I'm not getting the 10s that I want. I normally can get 3 or 4 by now, but I haven't gotten any, and that can weigh on me. So I'm just, you know what? Let's just relax, focus on shooting. All right, got an 8, borderline, not bad. And ones like that, I don't really find things wrong. That's within my range of variation. I can do everything right and still be off that much. I shoot split vision. I like that better because I like to look at where the arrow's going. This one looks okay. Let's see. Yeah, 10. There it is. See? Nice little 10. Slightly to the right. As you can see the pattern, all my arrows to the right. Yes, I know I need to tune arrows. These are a rough tune. How I tune them is I fletch them, I shoot them at a target and see what happens. And I make little adjustments with brace height. I don't do no point changes. Ooh, a 7. So I need to be at the end of 5 a 120 to make it 240. I'm at a 119. Shooting okay, just not shooting great. All right, everybody, I got rushed in the last one, so I'm going to give you some dead time here. See how things get set up. How I tune my arrows. I don't like to cut them. I like full-length arrows. I do that, makes my gaps smaller. So cutting them's not an option. But with these arrows, I don't have a whole lot of choice in point weight. So I have to fight with it like that. A big thing for me is I've used this arrow with all bows in that range, and it works, so I'm pretty good about it. And what I do is I play with brace height, strike plate, things like that to try to move it left to right. I don't change my points. My points are glued in permanent with super glue. So we're stuck like that. And I shoot, and they work. And look, I'm shooting like this with no bear shaft out of it. But I've bear shaft other 30-pound bows, and they're close. So they're not perfect, they're close. And that's all I want. I want my arrows to hit where I want, which they're pretty much doing. Because I find with my aiming method, I have more variation with that than with my form. And I got to find a better way to aim. I know that. So, no down range. Yeah, my bad. I screwed up because this is a 6N. We moved the target down. I shot high in the first one. I was shooting down on this one. So I took a picture at the end to show you. I'm pretty happy with this end because I matched almost exactly location and everything else to score the 5th end, which was a 20. So I'm at a 119. Right? We'll see where we end up on this one. Right. But that's my thing on tuning. So yes, I don't tune, but I do tune. And I got it from an Olympic archer who showed his arrows don't fly the greatest, but they hit the X. 20 yards, because I'm not trying to kill anything. I'm trying to hit a target. And look at that, boys and girls. That's rare. A drawdown. a drawdown. You don't see that from me much. My back didn't feel right. My hand didn't feel right. And that was a 10. That was the 10. I was so happy with myself. I drew down and refocused, and I shot a 10. All right. End of 6. I'm at a 144. Not bad. I'm telling her now, man, my head was ready to explode, which it was. Remember earlier I talked about knocking? Well, this is how I ended up doing it. I found this to probably be the easiest way with her in front of me. That's just how I did it, but I didn't do it every time, which is the best part of it. All right, I'm at a 144 at the end of 6. This is the 7th end. I am shooting pretty darn good right now. I'm feeling good. I mean, 240 I'm in track for. Got an 8, which isn't bad. But you can, again, see my target. Most of them to the right. All right. And look at those 4, 3. 3 blues just kills me. All right. So, check that shoulder. I roll the scapula. Nice. Got a 9 right there. I'm at a 17. Watch this girl. Watch it. Point. And doink. I just love that. All right. Nice, pretty tight group there. That's what I like. I like shooting groups. And boom. Hi. Did something wrong, but just a little outside my variation. So 9, 8, 7, a 24. I'm at 168 after 7 ends. Trying to figure out how that 7 happened. Bothering me. I can tell you that right now. Right, everybody. End 8 by now. I always have that one bad end. I know it's in my head because I always get tired, and that's that look at my face. I get tired mentally. I never get tired physically. I don't pull that heavy of a weight. But I'm like, all right, you know what? Just stay in the moment. That's what I'm always telling myself. Oh, nice draw. Looks all right. Yeah, 10. Beautiful shot. That's what I want. So once you get a good first one, you know you can get a good end. Just don't make any stupid mistakes. Well, let's see how we do. All right. Get that hand, shoulder, roll, scapula. 8, not bad, a little off, but that's my acceptable. See, I'm aiming at the same spot, probably did the same thing, but that's how much variation I have from target to target, or shot to shot, I mean, sorry. All right, I'm at an 18, I'm doing good. Oh, man, another 10 be at 28, woohoo. Oh, that little flick, that's what caused that 8. That wasn't my normal variation. So, 26, which still ain't shabby. 10, 8, 8. I'm at a 194 after 8, but I know the last 2, I'm always getting in trouble on one of those last 2. All right, buddy, after 8, I'm at a 194, looking good. I don't really pay attention to it until, I get down and look at the target and I try to let it go. So we're just hanging out shooting. I had a little hold up. Now, if you look at my target over here on the right, you're going to see a arrow hole on the line of the 4 and 5. That's not mine. That is the young lady in the yellow up to my side here. You're right, my left. Yeah, she shot my target. I campaigned to have the points. I wanted a senior citizen discount, but they wouldn't give it to me. But, that's how it goes. Overall, look at my target. Looking pretty good. Most of them in the red. Just 1, 2, 3. 1 practice one. You can see the little tick there. So I had 3. Not in there. 1 on the line, which still counts. So that ain't bad. All right, here we go. And number 9, last one was a 26. I was doing good. 25, 25, 24, 26. Let's see if we can keep the positive momentum going. All right. Nice. Got a 10 first arrow. I'm like, all right, that's good. I don't like that little flick out. That means my pressure's not right. I'm pushing with my thumb instead of the web of my hand. But hey, it didn't hurt. It brought my arrow over just enough so it's not in line with all the ones to the right. So maybe Katra does work. No, it doesn't. All right, here we go. I like to roll that scapula. Not bad. High 8. That's with my variation. And you can see I like to shoot up there. Lots of holes over there. All right, next one. go. Let's see what we got. You know, big thing I found is just take your time, man. Don't shoot fast. Just, who cares? Relax, do what you got to do. All right, and boom. Oh, right next to it, another 8. 826. So now I'm at a 220. All I got to do is score 20 points. I'll be at a 240. I know I can do that. But I also know I always screw up one end. It's coming. Now it's in my head, and this is the biggest battle of the whole day. All right, N10, sending it at 220. It is in my head. I'm telling you right now, I was thinking about it big time. I just got to focus. I just got to shoot well. I know I can do it. And one of my big goals is always no end lower than 20 points. Sorry. No end lower than 20 points. And here's Ken. Ken likes to mess with me. Yeah, I love Ken. He's a true New Yorker. Yeah, and there, a 6. I'm like, oh, one mother plus bucket. Now it's really getting in my head even more. I didn't see Ken doing that sign at all. I'm like, God dang it. All right, come on. You know you can do this. You know, getting a little angry at myself. Watch my pinky. I wonder what's going on there. A low 7. I'm like, what? Too low? I do this every so often. I shoot all low. It's because I'm trying to watch the arrow, and I think that's what I'm doing. All right, I'm at a 13. I need a 7 to pull a 20 to make it to 240. Shoulders aren't in line. That looks better. Boom, high 7. Man, just barely. All right, that's a 20. There's my bad end. I have one every round. But I'm at a 240. You know what? I'm happy with that. And that just shows you. Look, I wasn't shooting that great as the week before. Hitting the yellow lines, I didn't have that many. But I still scored around the same area. And I had just a few 6s. You know what? And that's why it's so hard. Look, that's not a bad day of shooting right there. And I barely squeaked out a 240.